Hey guys, Jerry Schultz from Cyclone Custom Vans. You know, there's a lot of road noise in the front of this van. Like to the point where our ears kind of feel plugged or ringing after we've ridden in here for a day. And the stereo still doesn't sound very good. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can fix both things. So be right back. Okay, so I picked up some of this Silas sound deadener thermal material, thermal shield it says, and this is going to hopefully get the sound quality, the sound that we're getting out of that door should be much quieter. You can kind of see the construction here. It's like a layer of this butyl and a layer of some other kind of foamy stuff, and then another layer of foam, and there's a sticky on it. So we'll just cut this and shape it to, this is the peel off side, and shape it to whatever size we need to fit in the different cavities in this door. So let's go ahead and get the door panel off on this Sprinter van. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so there's a few screws in here. A little Kleenex. So up in here, there's a cap. You can see that there. So we just need to take that out of there. Okay, so there it is. It's just some clips on the back that you need to get out of there. And then there's the screw. It's a Torx. There it is. Back up in here. Let's go ahead and get this guy out. He just fell in there. Little cap. I don't know if you can see that all right. I think that's a different size too. So there's some screws at the bottom here. And they're really not screws. I'll show you. So these guys here, they look like Phillips screws. They're not. They're just clips. So you gotta kind of get them started here with a screwdriver. And then they come out. And then you gotta take this guy out. And that's all there is to it. There's one there. Another one right over here. So we'll get those out. And then there's these two here, which come right out. And then you drop them in the well. But no problem. Okay, so now we're going to yank off the door panel. This is kind of a special screw here. It's a different size. Different size head. Okay, so now this thing here pops up out of here. I don't know if you can see that, but this tripod isn't tall enough. It doesn't come up very easy, but there you go. You can see these little tangs on him, and he's off. So now there are some There are some wires back here, and on the bottom you can see down on the bottom there's some tabs holding this whole thing up. So we're just going to reach in here and we're going to, hopefully you can see this. So this yellow thing here will come right off. See that? And then there's just a little clip-de-doodle around the back of that thing. You can swing that away. Okay. Now hopefully you could see that. And these cables are pretty easy. And I don't even really think you gotta mark the cables here, because they only go one way, and that's the right way. So just press the latches and the cables come out. 2 on the speaker wire one. So now this whole thing will just fold back and out of there. So hopefully you got all that. Kind of see the back side of this thing. And so I'm going to take this into the garage and we'll go ahead and get this set up in there. Here's what we're left with on the door panel. See these connectors? You can kind of see how these guys work. Just a little tab you push in. They all have the little tab. This one, there's the tab right there. Here's your speaker connector. And it also has a couple of tabs on this guy. So easy peasy. Here's this guy. Nothing to it. So I'm thinking we're going to mount our crossovers right here. There's room behind there. You see a couple of these clips didn't come off. We'll just pull those out, put them back on the panel. So these things just go back in. Boom. They just snap in there. No big deal. One thing I don't like is when I put these door armrests on here, which I love the way they look, you know, they turned out real nice. But this one here, when I was buffing it, I kind of buffed through a little bit right there. So I'm going to see if we can fix that a little better as long as we got this off. Alright, so I just kind of set a table up over here on the other side of the garage and went ahead and fixed that bad spot on the part. Looks pretty good. It's just kind of flashing off on this side now. Still pretty shiny in the middle, but I think it's going to be okay. We'll probably give it a buff job. I'm just going to apply a little heat. Maybe just medium heat to start. See if we can get this off of here. Okay, I think I need something more than my fingers. Okay, anatomy of a door, huh? So the tweeter hole is maybe if I go from the top down, I could try that. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, it's in there. Oh yeah. So this is one of my tricks. I'll show you. Hold on. Okay. Pull it back up there. Pull back. There we go. Okay. So the trick was you can reach right up underneath here and touch it. So you got it. Sweet, huh? You think we go all the rest of the way through this thing, all the way into the door panel? Might as well, huh? Okay. There we go, boys. That took about 5 minutes. Not too bad. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's get that wire up to the tweeter. Just so happens I have some wire here. I don't know. Okay. Tape. You know, I almost feel like I should run I'm thinking the crossover can sit right in here somewhere. Probably not there. So this is where you don't want to lose your wire. Tape it good. It's happened to me. You go through all that, you finally get the fish through, and then you can't get the wire lets loose and you're screwed. Okay. See, these running boards do come in handy. You get it to there. And we got it up to the dashboard here. Sweet. There it is. Here now. This is the factory's idea of sound deadening. One little piece there. There's one piece there. It's just really thin stuff there. And that's it. I mean, it's just that. It's really... Listen when I close the door. It's like clonk. So, yeah. We're going to get this better. We're going to go ahead and try putting some of this Silas on. Sound deadening material. I bought this kit. It's got 3 different rollers. Pretty heavy. And the box looks like. Got it on Amazon. I think it was like $14. Not bad. I've never done this before. So we're kind of learning together here. I used to install car stereos back, man, it was a lot of years ago when I did that. Okay, so I'm just about done with this one. Just got to cover the pocket here and a little bit down there. Listen to this. Now listen to this other one that isn't done yet. Compared to. Haha. Big difference, man. Big difference. These things, I'm afraid they're going to rattle. I don't know. I may do something about that. Alright, so our stuff came in finally from Amazon. So we got these Polk audio, part number is 300 watt speakers. The tweeters are a little mellower than the bass is awesome. And then I got this Pioneer 2-channel amp, 500 watt max. It's really 60 watts RMS. And more of the Silas sound deadening. This is the little bit thinner material here that I'm going to use under the floor. And maybe if I stand back here, this would be better. Can you see me? All right. Then I picked up this amplifier install kit on Amazon too. It's just a 10 gauge. It's all this amp requires. And so we get, we can power and ground and all of that. And then these are just some speaker trim rings that I happen to know will work with this. And I'll put these in the description below as well. So I guess we can start putting this stuff in. I just finished the doors and this all this stuff came in. So this took me all day to do these door panels. Holy crap, that was a lot, putting all that Silas stuff on, the sound deadener. But I think it's really going to do a good job. I mean, you can check this out. I'll show you. So you don't have to cover the whole thing. They say if you cover, I think it's 30% or even less will work. So there's sound deadening already up here, and there's some up here, big long strip. So I just put it all the way to the bottom. So it's really dead. So I think it'll be okay. I'm going to insulate with Insulate too, so should be pretty awesome. You ever notice somebody's always doing some noisy thing when I'm shooting video? It's just ridiculous. So I took out I had disconnected the battery, which is this guy right here. You can see that. Just press down on the red button and it comes off of that post in there, which right there. So I needed to take the seat out, which is, you know, I got the Alpine seat swivel. I took the whole thing out. And there's our Webasto in there. And we're going to go ahead and make a shelf for this amp because I can't find another spot to fit it. I even looked in there. I mean, there's some room in there, but under the cup holders, but not really enough. So we're going to put it under the seat here. I'm going to do this 80-20 bracket here. Try to pick the best side for out. And it's going to sit right here. And I got another one for the other side. And the idea is that we'll just make a shelf for this. That worked out okay. There's a nice piece of Formica. I just painted the edges on it. It should be alright though, I think. So, there we go. I kind of like that, but I feel like I need to put some of that sound deadening material in this cavity because it's really, I mean, it's got a ring to it. So, okay, here's where we're at. I did all the floor. I taped the seams with duct tape because when you put the rubber mat in, it was sticking. And then I did this lid for this, and I got my fuse in. This was already here. I got this one in for the amplifier. I ran it up under the carpet there. We got our amp here. It's all done. Got a nice piece of Formica board there, mounted down, and I just got to do the ground wire somewhere, and just can finish up hooking this up. And I labeled all my wires, so those are good to go. There's more down there. So, amp in, speaker out, 4 wires. So from the radio, so basically what I did is I'm going to put my crossovers back over here, and there's a nice spot right below the speaker here, and so I'm going to put the crossover there. Well, we got these door panels set to go, and I got a little bit of this left over. It's Insulate. And so I think I got enough to do both doors here, so we'll do that. Those other 5 1/4 speakers were not going to fit. Just too small. I mean, this takes a about 6 1/4 size. And so these are 6 1/2. Polk Audio component speakers, dB plus 6 1/2. So this is I think it's dB 652. I'll put some links down below for all this stuff. Pretty nice that they come with trim rings. So let's see what these are about. So it's the same tweeters, same crossover, just a bigger woofer. Woof. So these are serious here. These are polypropylene cones. They get quite a bit of movement. The magnet isn't super huge and they're not super deep. So these will still go right in here without trouble. So we'll put the trim ring on here. Yeah, so the big slots line up with the car. And then we'll just mount this to the speaker. So that should be fine. So here's my old door speaker, and there's the new one. They're pretty close. Like, if I run a ruler across there, let's see where that sits. So, these are actually a little bit shallower than the originals, so these are going to fit no problem. This is great. I'm excited. This is really good. Sorry about the black lines. It's my LEDs in the garage here. They suck. So you got to cut these long ears off of here. Okay, you got to take this ear off here because it sticks up, it's in the way. So I'm going to use my Dremel. So that's definitely out of there. And then I just mounted the speaker to the ring, and it just fits right in there. You want to put the connectors in the down position. That way, you know, any water that comes doesn't follow the wire and into the speaker. I don't think any water is going to come, but you know, you never know. So there it is. We'll just screw that in with the original screws and we're set to go. Alright, so I just wanted to show you, here's the crossover that you get with it. So, you know, there's the input and the tweeter and the woofer, plus and minus for all of it. And then, if you look right in here, there you go. So there's just these two clips here. And then you can get at the two mounting holes on the back and mount that thing in. And it says there's a tweeter attenuator in here. I'm not seeing it. It just says there's one. I don't see a pot anywhere in here that you can turn. Maybe, oh, I see. Plus 60 dB, plus 30 dB. So you just move this jumper to get the tweeter louder. Shoot, I don't know what to put it on. I don't want it super loud. We can also adjust that on the amp. So I'm gonna put this thing right here.
Back together, it looks good. I like the little insignia there. And then down here is our amplifier. So if you can see in there, so I can still come in through here and get at the adjustments and so on. Check this out. Listen to the wave. I mean, that's a thud instead of a clank. So I'm pretty excited. That worked pretty good. Here we go for a test drive. It sounds really quiet. I can still hear the side door though. I'm going to put some of this in the side door, some of that hush mat. But boy, it's really good up front here. It's quiet. Stereo sounds awesome. At any rate, it's working good. Gary Schultz from Cyclone Custom. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.